Tonight is Monday Night Raw, and we have the return of Brock Lesnar. Actually, wait, no, we don't, because WWE have already dropped the ball just 24 hours after the guy returned at SummerSlam. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling for your WWE Monday Night Raw preview for tonight, the 4th of August 2025. We're coming off the biggest party of the summer, and I can tell you what, looking at this Raw preview, it's certainly not going to be a party. Looks more like a funeral. Only one match announced for the show. There is no sign of Brock Lesnar. Now, I think that if Lesnar was going to be on Raw, he would be advertised. They already did the whole surprise return at SummerSlam. I think there's no need for his return to Raw to be a surprise too. They would try and promote the fact that Lesnar's going to be on Raw, but so far we're seeing nothing from WWE on their social medias, nothing about Brock Lesnar being on Raw. The only thing they're advertising for the post-SummerSlam Raw is, of course, another rematch between Rusev and Sheamus. We didn't want to see it once, we didn't want to see it twice, and who wants to see it a third time? Let's be honest, this is fucking atrocious. How are they getting away with this? How can they advertise this, hype this up? How can they get you to tune into Raw with the selling point being Rusev versus Sheamus? Two old guys, two guys that are done, two guys that we've got no interest in seeing. And their first two matches were nothing, you know, jobber matches. The third match is going to be a jobber match. I mean, who the fuck cares? It's 1-1. They're both tied. It doesn't matter. They've already proven that they're pretty much equals. Rusev's return at this point is dead. Doesn't feel like a big deal. He just feels like another guy. He just feels like an Andrade or an Aleister Black. You know, he feels absolutely irrelevant. So, you know, excuse me, forgive me if I ain't getting excited about this Rusev Sheamus advertised rematch for the show. Fucking embarrassing. Coming out of SummerSlam. Honestly, how can you come out of SummerSlam and the only thing being advertised is Rusev versus Sheamus? You had the return of Brock Lesnar. John Cena lost the record-breaking 17th title. CM Punk won the title for the first time in 13 years but got cashed in on. Seth Rollins is your new champ, and they are going with Rusev versus Sheamus. You know, what a disaster. Anyway, on the website, they're also advertising the following superstars for WWE Raw in Brooklyn. So you've got WWE Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio, main event Jey Uso, Gunther, Braun Breaker, Rhea Ripley, and Penta. What a fucking joke. Now, that's not to say that there won't be others on the show, but why are they advertising those people? Where's the actual stars? Where's the main event people? Where's the people that matter? Where's your Cenas, your Lesnars? Where's your champion Seth Rollins? Where's your big dog Roman Reigns? You know, where's CM Punk, the guy that thought he had the title, now it turns out he doesn't have the title? Where are these people? They're nowhere. That's where they're, absolutely nowhere. So, yeah, guys, it's going to be a pretty short Raw preview here. I don't really know how much more in detail I can go. There's nothing to talk about. Obviously, Brock Lesnar, if he returns, then great. I hope he does, but at the moment, looks unlikely. He's not advertised, so it is what it is. CM Punk lost the match because of a cash-in, not advertised. Seth Rollins, we thought he was injured. Maybe he was injured, maybe he wasn't. He cashed in, he's your new champion. What's he got to say? How are we feeling about him? We don't know. Not advertised. But don't worry, we do have Braun Breaker, we've got Rhea Ripley, we've got Penta, yeah, three megastars that we can't wait to hear from. Oh, we've got Jey Uso as well. The sidekick to the tribal chief. I mean, what's happening here? It should be Seth Rollins, the new champion, should be on Raw. CM Punk, how's he going to react? Is he going to get his revenge on Rollins? Brock Lesnar returns for the first time in a couple of years. You know, Brock Lesnar gives his... We find out more about Brock. Cena wants revenge. Cena wants payback. Cena wants vengeance for Brock Lesnar, you know, taking him out. What's next for Brock? What's next for Cena? That should be the questions that we're asking here. Not Penta, and certainly not another Rusev versus Sheamus match. Like I said, nobody cared about the first couple, and nobody's going to care about this one either. So, yeah, just a disaster, if you ask me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Not a lot else to say. I mean, what do I hope that happens? Honestly, Nothing. Raw shit. WWE shit. SummerSlam was shit. Night 1 was shit. Night 2 was shit. SmackDown before that was shit. It's all shit, guys, and that's the God's honest truth. No point lying. No point beating around the bush. So anyway, catch you for the review later on. But yeah, in terms of hype for this show, it's pretty much dead. So let us know your thoughts. None of the big guys advertised, and we just have to deal with another Rusev Sheamus match. Oh boy, guys, cannot believe how lucky we are. Monday night, we're getting to watch this classic. Seriously, man, how can this be the post-Raw SummerSlam show? We talk a lot about how WWE is falling, how WWE is dying, how WWE has never been worse than it currently is, but even if SummerSlam was garbage, right, even if SummerSlam sucked, which I do think it sucked, but there's no denying that there is some talking points. You know, there were some surprises. Of course there is. Cena lost the 17-time title. You know, CM Punk won the title, then was cashed in on by his rival Seth Rollins. We had the return of Brock Lesnar, right? Whether it was good or not, whether we enjoyed the show or not, there's certainly talking points coming out of SummerSlam. There's certainly answers that we should be getting on Raw tonight, and just to see them advertise Penta and Braun Breaker, and I don't even know if that's legit, because Gunther supposedly taking time off. Braun Breaker might have an injury, so we could be missing those two. Look, I hope WWE are playing it cool here, and they're downplaying Raw, and we're going to get Brock, we're going to get Cena, we're going to get Punk. I mean, hopefully that's the case, but it doesn't make sense to me. Why wouldn't they advertise this shit? Why wouldn't this be in the preview? The only thing they've done is advertise a couple of jobbers that are going to be there and promote Sheamus versus Rusev 3. A trilogy that nobody needs, nobody wants, and unfortunately it looks like everybody's going to get to see. So yeah, for me, guys, just an absolute shit looking Raw. There's no other way to put it here. There's no way to mince my words. This Raw looks absolutely atrocious, but I will watch it. Why the hell not? Not like I've got a lot else to do on this channel. I mean, it's a wrestling channel, so at the end of the day, got to watch wrestling, but by God, is it a tough watch, man? And it's not even an enjoyable watch. I do sometimes enjoy ranting about the product, but it can be soul destroying. You know, you're sitting, you dedicate like 2.5 hours to watching Raw, and then you'll dedicate like half an hour or whatever on the review, then you have to create thumbnails and upload it, and I mean, sooner or later we need some good wrestling, or else what's the point? I mean, we need some good stuff. It's all right ranting and raving and breaking down the shows and being critical, but like, when does the negativity end? You know, when do we actually get something decent? When do we get something that we can actually enjoy? Something that we can be positive about, and instead of it being doom and gloom 24/7. But unfortunately, that's not us. That's the world we live in. That's professional wrestling. Give us something good, for fuck's sake. Anyway, that's it, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Been Fog Wrestling. Raw review coming later on tonight. Till then, though, peace.